Good afternoon, it's Rob with DSS Aquatics. I got something a little bit different today that we're working on out in the fish room here. We actually had a local aquarium enthusiast that actually was able to breed a group of Albino Plecos. So I was able to obtain this group of plecos from this local person here in my area. And what I'm going to do is I already have an established colony that's kind of grown out that I breed. But what I'm looking to do is infuse, well, first and foremost, get these into the tank. They're very tiny, so we're going to be super cautious on how we're going to get these into the tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically do a species profile on these as well, get them on the website. We're going to, obviously we're already starting the video here, and what we're going to do is record their journey from baby fry and to their growth stages to the point where we can, put them in with our regular colony and try to breed them as well. And I just thought it would be a kind of a good thing or a good video to shoot, just to show, how to get them, acclimated to my tank from their water. So I'm not going to waste any more time because they are very small. I just want to make sure they're taken care of properly and get them acclimated. So what I'm going to do, right now they're in a small bucket here, and I'll show you them. And I am going to do the drip. I'm going to do the drip acclimate into the current container that they're being held in, and let them slowly and gradually, very slowly, get used to the temperature, my tank condition. The tank that I'm putting them in is a 20 tall that I've actually had, well, you'd probably recognize it from the cracked zebra plecos. I had moved them out and put them now into the 40-gallon breeder. They're starting to get some size to them, not very much, but bigger than when they first came into the fish room. So I want to establish them into a bigger tank right from the get-go, so I don't have to keep moving them, and we can watch them grow out as well. Those are not for, those aren't going to be for sale. These aren't going to be for sale either. These are something that I'm going to, raise out and grow out in the fish room, and then establish into my own breeding colonies. Eventually I probably will sell off some breeding colonies once I have several established. Then we'll address that a long time down the road. But right now what I want to do is just kind of start the process here, and I don't want to be long-winded because I do want to get these guys in the tanks and acclimated. So that we got in the container, and what I did is I ran airline tubing from the tank that I'm going to be putting them in. Now I'm going to be putting them in this 20 that's got already wood. It's been, it's a very established tank. The only competition these babies are going to have is I got tiny baby mystery snails that are in the tank as well. I don't think there'll be a problem, but I'll keep an eye on them just to make sure. We've got a media filter in the back. I also got a Hygger canister hang-on filter that you can see right here to the left side of the screen. So the water is heavily aerated, heavily filtered, just perfect water condition for them. I got some lava rock in there. I got some Caribbean pebble stone in there, or beach stone, and I got some wood in there for them as well. There's plenty of little hides and little nooks and crannies, and like I said, I had the cracked zebra plecos in there, the L236s that I moved over to the 40. They all did great. Hadn't lost a single one. They were in there with the baby mystery snails. I had no issues whatsoever, so I don't foresee any issue with these. But let's get the drip started. So basically, you're just going to siphon out of your tank, tie a knot into one end of the hose, and then start to siphon. And as you see, well, that's a little bit more than a drip. I'll slow it down a little bit here and tighten a knot, you know, and then just slowly get them used to the new water. So let me tighten this knot up. Focus back on the tank. I want to give them some, okay. I want to give them some time, let them get used to this water, the water temperature. Make sure there's no big shock to them. That's even a little bit faster than I like, but at least it's dripping. I'm going to tighten it up just a little bit more. But like I said, I don't want to shock them. I want them to, you know, acclimate to the water condition of the tank. So, you know, prevent any losses and try to make it as comfortable of a transition to the new tank as possible. The tanks that you guys are seeing on the floor there, those are going to be another video that I'll do this week. I'm actually preparing some Odessa barbs, Craig's Sage line, and we're going to be doing a breeding project. I got a couple 10 gallons down there. We got some egg crates in the bottom of them. And I got some females in the 110-gallon tank. I'm conditioning them with baby brine shrimp right now. And what I'm going to do is introduce the males here this week. And we'll get that all on video as well. And we'll go from, you know, start to finish. Well, actually, I should have probably started by showing how I set up the 10-gallon, but it's pretty simple. You know, just pretty much a bare bone 10-gallon tank with milk. Well, we'll talk about that on a different video. But so we got this now, you know, dripping. We'll let these guys. I see them moving around a lot, so they're squiggling all over the place. And once again, I'd like to thank the local person that provided these baby fish. Really appreciate them allowing me to come over and get these from them. And also, I mean, we are located here in Michigan. We're on the west side of the state. If you, by chance, have fish and you have a lot of babies and you're not sure what to do with them, feel free to reach out to me. I mean, sometimes you can make a, you know, a trade, different types of fish. Sometimes I'll purchase them from you. But you can contact me on any social media. You know, any social media. You can go to the website, get our contact page, and that will shoot me a direct email and respond to me that way. And you know, depending on what type of fish it is, most of the fish we do here are medium-sized cichlids to, you know, smaller dwarf South American. I do have some African tanks, which got some pretty decent sized boys in it, but for the most part, we try to, you know, keep things, you know, dwarf cichlids, live bears, you know, the tetras, that kind of stuff, different smaller species. We do got plans in the works for adding on next spring, and hopefully increasing the size of the fish room. And then at that time, maybe we'll look at getting some really big tanks, and we'll kind of go from there and play by ear. But right now, I'm just kind of staying in my lane, and nothing super crazy big. But if you happen to have some babies and you're looking for a place to, you know, something to do with them, or you just don't want to deal with the public, which I understand that too, which is why I'm very grateful for this individual to allow me to come and pick these up. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully they're watching. And what we're going to do is we're going to grow our babies out, and we'll keep updating videos as we go on their progress. And once they get full size, we will, like I said, incorporate them with our current colony. I'm sure some of them will wind up being sold eventually once they get adult size. We'll see. But for the time being, we just want to grow them out, make sure they're all healthy and good to go. From what I'm looking at right here in the bucket, they are all over the place. So I'm gonna, give them some time to get acclimated. We'll get them in the tank, and what I'll do is really get some food in there and get them going and get them growing. So I really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in some of the things we're doing, we'd appreciate a like, follow, or subscribe, or whether it's on a social media platform or here on YouTube. We definitely appreciate any help and supporting a veteran-owned business, a small veteran-owned business. So, the support that we've gotten here has been great, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate everything that's been done. So thanks again for watching. If you would, like I said, it helps us out if you subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. We're gonna have lots of content, different types of stuff. And also, one quick thing, if you are in the state of Michigan, we will be at the Sterling Heights fish swap on September 12th. So if you're in the area, we'd love to meet you, and swing on by and come check out our table. We're gonna have a couple tables there, so we'd love to see you. All right. Thanks again for watching.